Hello everyone, it's Viking, and today I'll be showcasing some more Digimon gameplay, this time with the Virus Imperialdramon line. And I've been really enjoying the deck, and I've mostly been using the sim to test out like different builds that I may or may want to try, and I think this recent one I've been really enjoying. And of course the first game is against Demon Lords, and I kind of started off with just one in the back and then missed Memory Boost, which ended up sending a Dynamo B to the trash, which isn't the worst because now I also did realize I had Imperialdramon, so again, at least I have something to DNA with, and at least I can bring that back. And I also do have one of the EX3 line in my hand, so that way at least I can use that to end up on DNA. And now, of course, they just start using their whole demonology deck of putting stuff from the trash underneath. And in this case, they just go with Creepymon. I'm assuming just to delete my Warmon on board, so that way I can't really combo off as easily. But in this case, I was kind of thinking if I should raise up at this point, but in this case I do, just because I also did have the promo Shadra in hand to bring back the one they just deleted. And I still really like the promo Shadra just because, again, it lets you free play your rookies you might have either trashed early on, or just, if the opponent hit him security, which again, it's still really good, and I really think it's a good buff for the deck. And I was kind of thinking here what to do next, but I can't just go into my combo here just because I have it. And I also do have the fighter mode, so in that way, no matter what, I'm able to beat over him. But I don't really think it matters just because of the fact that I also had the BT16 Warmon, as as I mentioned before, which let me suspend him, so it didn't really matter if you blocked or not. But the good thing about the fighter mode is that it does have piercing, so even if he did block, I'd still be able to get checks in. And since the Demon Lord deck does also run a lot of security bombs in the form of like Virus Barrage and whatnot, I think its ability to stop all the security effects is just really good. And I think one of the biggest downsides of the Virus line is that it pretty much only is really able to clear 1 to 2 security every single time it swings with its full combo, just because by the time you get into your Mega, you usually have the Imperialdramon in the stack, so you hit for 2, and if you run the BT1 tie, of course that's 3 checks. But I kind of wish the deck was able to output more damage. If you want to swing with the earlier ones, you could, just because that's still a viable option. But again, you're risking it dying and you not being able to combo. And he ended up de-digiving my stack here, which kind of sucks. But it wasn't the biggest deal, and I kind of just grabbed back the Dynamo B just because I had a different fire mode in hand, so I didn't think I needed it at the moment. But in this case, I hit Agudamon, which isn't the biggest deal, just because again I had the Shadramon in here to play a Vmon for free, and now I'm kind of just thinking what to do now, and I ended up playing the Youth, so then that way I'm able to at least search and hopefully trash some needed cards, and I wasn't really in a hurry to really do all that much right now. At most, maybe he might Agudo, but I don't think he has the option to do that right now. So right now he's trying to just clear my board every single time, so I can't really full combo, because at this point I would need another promo Shadra to be able to do that if he did clear the Vmon, which again he is doing with the Creepymon. But again, they don't know that I have the promo Shadra, so in my case I think I'm relatively safe, because even then the two is the promo Shadra in trash, which the Warmon could just grab from there as well. I think the addition of the promo Mino being able to work with the BT16 Warmon really well is just a really big benefit for the deck, because now you don't have to pay for evolution costs in this case. And in this case, I didn't activate the Warmon effect just because I had the promo Shadra in hand. And in this case, I ended up just hall slamming the BT16 Warmon just because I didn't have one of the EX3 line in my hand. So that's why I just e-pushed from trash. So of course now I'm just basically doing the full combo all over again, just because I could, and I think it's probably the right decision, just because I'm kind of able to deal with the Creepymon, because that way I could suspend them, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to reach bigger DP than most Digimon in this deck at this point, just because again fire mode is like 15k, so I don't think that really gets over a whole lot, which is really good. I think again Agudo might be 60, I'm pretty sure, but again I'm not really worried, because even if my stuff gets deleted, I'm still able to free play, and I do have Analog Youth, so that way I'm able to kind of put him to 1, which is really good. And again, now Creepymon just ends up doing his stuff with his all tones effect, and then he ends up putting the EX5 Leviathan just to get another name under the gate, which again I think at this point he really needs it. So at this point he also has to kill off the stack. But even if he does, he still has to deal with any potential on the leads. And right now, I do have the ultimates underneath. But again, he plays the Beelzemon, so he digivolves 2 into my level 4, which again isn't the most desired situation for me right now, just because I kind of do need to figure out a way to help finish game, or else the more longer I last, the bigger war I have to deal with Agudo. And I think if I don't finish game heal, I pretty much just lose to that, because I think he's at the point where he's able to do that. And I think the biggest advantage here is that again the BT16 Warmon comes in really clutch, just because I'm able to free play a lot of stuff with Shadramon and just Evo from trash. So no matter what, as long as I have BT16 Warm and at least the promo Shadra and trash, I'm able to at least do my full combo, which you can see here, just me do it all over again. And since in this case he doesn't have any blockers, I'm able to just do the Dino B thing, or play out something, give it rush, and then I swing. And this next match will be against Beelzemon, and I think the matchup can be kind of annoying sometimes, because if you end up doing the full combo, they have an easy access to just get around your on deletion stuff by simply just digivolving it, which can be kind of annoying sometimes from my experience against facing Beelzemon. But usually in a lot of cases by that point I would hope I have enough resources, and I think the deck now, especially with the promo Shadramon along with BT60 Warmon, can easily just come back and do the full combo if the trash up is pretty decent. And in this case, I end up using Mist Memory Boost, and it's very unfortunate because I ended up milling Glade Memory Boost and Crimson Blaze. I think Crimson Blaze isn't super necessary in this matchup, but it can kind of help a little bit when they want to say free play an Itmon or free play a Beelzemon, but sometimes it is what it is, and now I kind of have to deal with it. But I ended up drawing a BT16 Warmon in this case, and I think that's pretty good, because as long as you see 1 to 2 in your hand, you can actually combo off with it really well, especially in the mid to late game, especially after your stuff gets deleted, because in that way you can pretty much just on play Evo into Promo Shadra, and then Evo into one of the EX3 line off of another BT16 Warmon you played. And then I end up playing EX3 Warmon, and I think this switch is kind of unfortunate, just because I bumped like a tie and another miss, and it was nice. I ended up getting the Dino B in hand, because now at least I have a DNA. But now I'm kind of thinking exactly what to do here, because I'm not sure, because my trash isn't really in a good spot at the moment, because I don't really have anything I could really do. And I ended up popping the boost, and frankly, you're gonna see in a second, I immediately regretted it, just because I wish I didn't do that, because I didn't really think I had a really good follow-up. I was thinking maybe I could put them at 2 or something with one of my evolutions in the front, but obviously I didn't do that, just because I think all of them would have been pretty useless. I think Beelzemon could have easily just popped my stuff, which again, I was thinking at the end of the day I should have just kept the boost on board regardless, and just passed on like I did without wasting it. But now it is what it is. I kind of have to deal with that decision, and of course he ends up popping my Warmon, and maybe if I had, say, the Flamedramon or something else in the front, he wouldn't have popped it. But again, now we just have to live with that mistake. And then in this case, they end up attacking with the Balmon X, and I'm guessing the main reason was probably just because they wanted extra survivability just in case. And now that of course they just stopped milling some of their cards, I'm guessing to just fill up that trash a little bit more, because right now it is kind of empty. But in this case they hit an analog youth, and I end up grabbing the Vmon because I think it's again a really solid card enough, because you can get any piece you want in trash. And especially in this case, I was still wishing I kept the boost, because if I did, I could have maybe gotten something else in trash, like the BT16 Warmon to help set up for maybe the Shadramon and whatnot. But again, now it is what it is. Now I'm kind of stuck at 1, so now I kind of have to figure out exactly what to do. And in this case, it was as simple as just hard slam the Vmon, and I actually ended up drawing the Pyodramon, and I don't know why I didn't just discard that. I ended up discarding the Shadramon, but in the other case, the Shadramon trash could be kind of beneficial, because say if they kill off the Vmon, if I have the right memory to do so, I might be able to go into the Shadramon by playing the Warmon, and then that way I could maybe get some additional draws and hopefully be able to set my trash a little bit more. And at full security, I don't think they could kill me. They would deal a lot of damage to me at the current moment, and I don't think they have BT16 in this case. So it would be kind of nice for me, only because of the fact that, again, while they're able to do a lot of damage, they can't kill me this turn right now, which again is still nice, because as long as I'm able to kind of control the board, which of course would help. But in this case, they hit another analog youth, and I think the selection here is still kind of whatever. But in this case, I end up picking the EX6 because at least now I get another ultimate trash, and I admit this was kind of lucky on my part, just because again they hit the youth. So I think if they didn't hit it in security, maybe I would have been a lot worse off in this case, because again, I just so happened to trash a Dino B, which at least now, no matter what, if I evo into the Dino B I have in hand or the Imperialdramon, I at least have something to play, so that way if I don't die here, I'm able to at least do a full combo and hopefully clear the board, just because right now they will have one stack out, and they even to the blast mode, they grab back, but they don't have anything in the back. So hopefully in this case I'm pretty much safe, and again, while they are doing a lot of damage, as long as I remove this one stack and they can't really build up fast enough, I think I am still somewhat in the clear. And in this case, the blast mode still retains the 2+ checks from Virus, which again for me is kind of unfortunate, just because now I'm left at 0 security. But now I pretty much have to figure out how to clear the body while also maintaining to do some damage. I think my hand is fully set up to pretty much do that. And the only reason I played the Vmon Halo is because I kind of wanted extra DP buffs, so that way I can fully make sure I can go over the blast mode, because I think I wasn't exactly sure if I could or not, but in the end, and in this case, the promo Shadramon wasn't really all that helpful, only because of the fact that again they just passed me to 3, which of course led me to just evo into the Flamedramon from hand and whatnot. And in this case, I don't choose to attack with the Imperialdramon because I don't think I needed to at this point. So of course here I have plenty of Dragon modes in hand to just DNA with, and it just evenly matches into the 14k. But thanks to its when attacking, I'm able to beat over it, and I did double check the on deletions, and I think I was safe. So of course in this case, go into the fighter mode for 2, so that way I could at least swing for 2 damage, pierce, and just ignore all security stuff, which is really good because I hit a Rival's Barrage and a 7-4 cluster, which if I hit any of those, I pretty much would have instantly died and I would have to rebuild. But the good part here in this case, since I did have the Dino B with a partition, and the on delete of the fire mode would have at least helped me retain some board, so then they would have to clear up my entire board, or else I have an easier time to come back. And then they end up just hard slamming the Death Slinger from their hand to remove my stuff. But again, at the end of the day, it was just very unfortunate because I don't think it really mattered, because I was able to partition out my 2 level forwards, and the on deletion of the fighter mode was able to play out to my rookies, so obviously that would give me enough fuel to actually do damage. And since I had 2 use, I was able to gain memory and just kind of hatch my stuff. So again, now I am able to keep turn with them basically able to do nothing. And in the following turn, I think I ended up pretty much winning, just because of the sheer amount of bottles I had, along with just the amount of checks. And you're pretty much just going to see me just do all my effects and pretty much win the game. Again, if you guys do also like my content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I really do appreciate anyone who stayed to this far, just because I really do enjoy just playing the game and just making gameplay videos. So again, that really means the world to me if you again stay to this far. Again, thanks guys for watching, and see you guys later.